am. Welcome to the Pro Se Legal School. Yeah. Welcome to the People's Ring. Pro Se Legal School. Ain't this slick? Yeah. We provide the ring, you provide the beat down. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a fun week, and boy, I got my workout stuff on today. Oh yeah, been some grumpy people in the house that didn't like, the traffic stop video and the way that situation went down and ended, and I didn't have to go to jail. So, but before we get started, I just want to throw out here on the table that I've never been convicted of anything. And when you throw that out there, you're going to have to throw this out there too, or you're full of crap. Okay. I ain't never took no deal either. Never took no plea deal, like Attorney Matthews. Divorce Attorney Matthews took four plea. Okay, sorry. I just had to get that jab in there because I know his ass is listening, and he's been one of the people that I'm thinking has been. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, anybody that thinks that swear versus the Board of Examiners, I've got it wrong, or whatever. Well, the one person that did, I left them maybe a page and a half of, well, I actually left them the case law and what the Supreme Court said. Because, see, y'all don't understand. The case law is theirs. But when you put it with the Supreme Court, then, they were mad because I posted the case law, swear versus the Board of Examiners, where the Supreme Court ruled that there is no such thing as a license to practice law. Oh, you got that wrong. No, I didn't. They ruled, and I added, if you're done reading that person, maybe you can come on and let me know that you understand better. Now, because y'all guys don't understand very good. So, and here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. With the internet and time to do the research, because first 6 or 7 pages you ain't gonna find but the stuff they want you to see. Okay. The playing field just got leveled a little bit, a lot. So now people can go and look that stuff up and figure out what's going on. So we're going to talk about the traffic stop situation tonight, and then I'm going to cover some other things. It's been kind of cool to see the response to the videos and stuff that we're putting out now and the shorts. We have a different program for the shorts. They actually make some sense now, other than the ones that YouTube had us making. My business partner over there in Pakistan, we're figuring out different ways to get this thing rolling without having to be like an attorney and charge people a whole bunch of money for stuff they can do themselves. So, and no, I don't do that. So, we're going to get a couple of things out of the way before we get to the stuff. You guys all probably watched the traffic stop. I don't want to play it again. But, one of the reasons they didn't arrest me, and, well, I think, what happens in this situation, two things. The first thing is they go back, and if I use my passport that I got to show that I'm not a U.S. citizen. So they can't find me in their jurisdiction. It's almost like having diplomatic meeting. As a matter of fact, that's what it says on the top of the PDF that outlines how to do this. That's included in all my packages. So I include those, and if I remember correctly, that information on how to fill that passport out came from Copper Moonshine, if I remember correctly. Now, the affidavit state citizenship document is mine. I structured that myself, and So I include that too. That allows you to get on the record if you're in court already, your status. But they don't really care about that or whatever. They're still going to make you have to beat them down and make them go tap out. That's what they're going to make you do. Now we put the affidavit of state citizenship in there and that stuff so people can get their passport cards for the very purpose that you guys saw in video when police are harassing you. Now, we had people in Georgia and North Carolina that was kicking these people's ass in foreclosure court, and then they were getting harassed. And that was the goal for adding that stuff. Now, you guys need to understand, when you use my stuff, according to the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, if you have defenses, you don't have to answer their stuff. You don't have to answer to them until they finish, the beat down. That's true. So when you get in my program and you're all freaked out and you're running around trying to hurry up and get stuff filed because you want to stop the sale or which is ridiculous. The only thing that I would be rushing to stop if I was going to rush would be the eviction. Because the sale, people get things twisted in the head. They don't understand. They think, oh, I need to stop the sale or whatever. No, the sale is part of the foreclosure process, and so is the eviction. So people think the foreclosure is over now and it's too late. Oh, that's crazy. But that's what some people think. The things that they taught you, that the attorneys taught you for your whole life, you're finding out is all rubbish. So the reason they didn't arrest me, I'm thinking, well, number one, they couldn't find me, but they did because they ran my name, and this is how I did this in my head. They found me because they ran my name through Google. Now they have computers on the cars, they have a little more, And so I think they ran my name on Google. And so when I got home, I was wondering, well, what you get when you Google my name? Does anybody know? So I ended up getting you get my YouTube page. That's first because it's SEO'd real well, and then if you scroll down more, then you'll see the court case that it was a $310 seatbelt ticket. Traffic case that I took to, that I filed against Lawrence Police Department and all the players, whatever. And then eventually moved it to federal court because, and eventually they called me and everybody was in the office and that's all I can say about that. But we don't move things anymore because once you file the punching documents and then take your happy ass over there and file a document to remove the case because you didn't watch the instructional videos or the updated instructional videos, we don't move. When you do that, you give that court jurisdiction now. Even though you file your stuff to kick their ass, and now you're asking them to move your stuff? No. We don't ask them for anything. So if you did that, you're messing up. I'm just telling you. And the other thing is, there's no need to file a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, if I went in and I filed a demand for sanctions, which is like a mini lawsuit that you can file in their case without paying filing fees, because of a whole bunch of different reasons you're doing that, that's so powerful. And that would be, I'm thinking, or demand to strike the judge's decision if there's already, my stuff is badass and it's structured to stop the court process. I'm just saying, it's structured to stop the court. But have you won? I don't do that. I do this. Okay, y'all do that. Okay, I'm 65. I don't fight anymore. Yeah, but I stay in shape just in case the coach calls on me. you know, to run over there and help drag somebody. Okay, so, and here's another thing that so I'm who I am, and I'm very passionate about what I do. So if I don't think that you're getting things done, or if you ask me for other ways to stop the prosecutor, or if you ask me, or if we're not moving forward with the game plan that we laid out at the beginning of the consultation, then I'm going to have some questions as to why we're not moving forward now. Sometimes people get a little grumpy, because of my questions, or maybe I don't ask it, I don't know, nice enough, or whatever. Okay, and some people think that I'm yelling at them. Okay, so I just want to share a quick story with you. See, when I was in college, I played football for University of Kansas, and the coach that hired me to sell he recruited me when I was in high school, but then I had to go to junior college because I was so I got that. He still was, when I came here, okay, he started yelling at me one day, just yelling, in my face, And so after practice, we were like, he drove his car around when I was a kid, And I was like, so coach, what's the deal? Why are you hollering at me like that and stuff? He looked at me and said, neighbors, you know what? The time to worry is when I stop hollering. Oh. And then he said, do you think you were given, okay, what percentage? Okay, coach, hang on. All right, you know what? I'm good. Okay, so my point is this. I'm not trying to yell at anybody, but my job as a coach is, if I see that, that we're not doing what needs to get done to make this work, then it's going to be a problem later. It's going to be a problem later. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to put it this way. I don't want to make this sound creepy. I don't want to make this sound creepy. If I know your kids' names, then I consider you to be my friend. And I don't want to, if you call me and they're, doing that stuff, I don't know. And then I don't want to hear it, but what am I going to do? I can't help you then. I can help you now if I think, but you know what? All you got to do is say, coach, stand down. I got it. I don't need to let any more time go by, do I? No, I just want to throw that out there because sometimes people get the wrong idea because I'm a coach and my dad was a Marine, so I'm the coach from a Marine. Y'all ass better be lucky. Okay, never mind. So in addition to the fact that I think they Google searched me. The rest turned into a Google search frenzy. That was that was one of the titles that the machine generated. I think in addition to them Google searching me, I think they called down there. I think they called the Lawrence police or called the jail down there. That's what I would have done. And I have family members that work in law enforcement. So I'm pretty sure they called down there to find out what the bounty was. Okay, I made that sound real bad. So they called down there probably to see if they wanted me, because they got to get paid for hauling my butt over there and doing all that because they're a corporation. Mm-hmm. That's my take on it. Now, the other take on it is, the original take that we haven't got to, I actually discussed this with my girlfriend, and she didn't really agree, or maybe it was my wife. I don't know. It was one of those two. So my original take on the situation was that the municipal court does not have judicial authority to send the police over here to get my ass. I'm here. And I've been talking crap the whole time. I made videos over there in the hallway of the building several times, and yeah, I'm talking crap a couple of times too. When I was filing, yeah, and nobody arrested me. So my take on it is that municipal court judge Christopher Pecky don't have judicial authority to send the police. Oh, that's they knocking. Okay, they knocking on the door. Here's how you do that. This ain't my first rodeo. Okay, it's been a long time ago that I was rodeoing. Okay, but this ain't first rodeo. Yeah, when they knock on that door, it's the police. Open up. We got a warrant. Oh, I fell for that shit several times. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I didn't even want to tell you how many. Okay? I don't want to tell you how many. But what I do know is, when they knock on my door now, I'm going to let them know they got a couple of options. They can sit their happy asses out there until I run out of food. until I need to go shopping. Or they can go back to wherever they came from and tell their people to just email me that shit that they need, and then I'll crush it in court. But I'll crush it before we get to yeah. Or, sorry, there's a third option. They can wait out there. Because when they're knocking, they don't have what they need to come in. Funny how we learn stuff while we're getting punched in the face. Well, we're tired of that. They taught us how to do some things. And when I say they taught us, I'm talking about the people that have been providing the real-time feedback for the years. I can't say how many. Okay. I don't recall. I don't recall. But the people I do, yep. The people that provided the real-time feedback helped us structure the program that we have now, and I'm still getting the feedback in. But things aren't changing as much anymore because once we figured out that we needed to address the why they were able to drag you into the administrative court instead of the what they did to you, it changed the whole program. And now you don't need all that crap for evidence. You don't need all of that crap that for evidence. So, my online presence was a factor, but I think the main thing was the phone call. Now, there was a babysitter. I educated the babysitter. The babysitter was the backup. And the babysitter had a little more sense. I think the dude that pulled me over was new. And if you watch the video, you'll see I asked the babysitter. The babysitter was a backup, and he came over to talk to me while the other dude was trying to find my ass in their computer and stuff. And so while I was talking to him, I was letting him know, if Officer Schultz, and that's one of the other things I want to tell you, the best thing you can do is know their name. And you get that by looking them right in the face while you're looking at their badge or their shirt name right there. And I told him, if Officer Schultz signs that citation, he's going to be violating the separation clause in the Constitution. And your boss is not going to be happy about that, And he's like, oh, well, you can talk to the chief. Oh, no. No, dude, I'm not. I'm not going to be talking to the chief. I'm just, your chief's going to be getting sued. And now he went back to have another word over there. And then he came back, and then they both came back. But, I think the deciding factor about, stopping me from getting arrested was the fact that I think when they called over there, I don't know what to tell them, but I didn't get arrested. And my girlfriend was, kind of surprised because I was not trying to be rude, but, they come and ask, no, I'm not giving you any more information. What you got is what you're getting. That's it. And I actually told her that that's it, because, the dude asked me for and I didn't get all this on the thing in the beginning. I handed him my stuff. He looked at my ID and he looked at my insurance. Oh, this insurance expired. Oh, well, so reached in my, oh, here's another one. Gave him that one. Oh, this one expired 2 weeks ago. I'm like, dude, seriously? Dude, that's all you got. That's all you need to go. And so then he went, yeah. So, yeah, I already, my wife, no, dude, you know what? That's it. For me, once I draw the line, that's it. And they can take me to jail. They already done that before. Because, see, here's the thing. The fear. You don't have to live in the fear. The fear is what they use to make your ass sign a citation that he already signed and violated your due process. The fear is what they use to make you accept that's the warning. The fear. Well, I accepted a warning once, but it wasn't from the fear. It was from being ignorant and not understanding what the warning was. And, well, I was kind of in a hurry, but I wasn't. I have food going to my feed my grandkids. So different priorities right there. We'd have been out there. But the fear is what. So I took that warning home and I looked at the warning for speeding, and it says that I was adjudicated on the street, and they gave me a warning. You only get a warning if you're guilty. Oh, but and my girlfriend said, well, why is it a big deal? Well, they took the time to write all this shit in that computer. What do you think they're gonna do with it? You think he's gonna throw that shit in the toilet when he gets back to the? No, it's in the computer already. So the next time they pull me over, they'll see that. Oh, I don't mind kissing their butt because I don't want to go to jail. Well, that's kind of how I see it in my head. They'll think I have fear. Or maybe I was just ignorant. So the next time he's going to sign the warning, well, I should let him know, anything he signs is going to be violating the separation clause in the Constitution. And if he wants to do that, it's just up to them. And they want to haul me to jail, just give me a minute to get out, because I'll move too fast, and I'm a big deal in love. Yeah, and I ain't fighting nobody. We ain't going down there. No, we ain't going down there. Man, they pretty much know that. And I think if you just keep your head about yourself and, just try and be educational, not confrontational. Maybe a confrontational, educational. Well, I don't know. I know when you're like big, you got to be kind of cool. It's kind of funny because Officer Schultz, the new dude that stopped me, the other dude told me he'd been there about a year. Yeah, dude, you're lying. Anyway, so he tells me, Mr. Davis, just stay in your car while he's going back to. Stay in my car? I don't know where your ass worked at before you came here, dude, okay? I'm not sure why the hell I would need to get out of my car, okay? I'm safe in my car. I can roll my windows up. I can lock all my doors. I can drive the hell off if I want to, okay? What are my options when I get out of my car? I can get tasered and get my ass beat, okay? I'm just, no, dude. I didn't know. I wanted like, excuse me, officer. There's no reason that I'm going to be getting out of my car. Your ass need to relax because you the one screwing me. I'll see you in court if you want to sign. Okay, never mind. Okay, so there's a couple other things that I want to talk about while we're here. And I know we're kind of late. I forgot to post. I posted it in Twitter on the study page and on the Facebook group where people, or the coaching page where people are supposed to be going for coaching. But I forgot to actually post it on. I was like, what happened to my post? Yeah, I'm blaming it on my dog because I think my wife's listening. But so anyway, welcome to the stream tonight, Heather in Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, I've been to North Carolina, but I was in Butner, and I didn't have that much fun. But I'm not going to hold that against you, Heather, okay? Because you're on my team, or I'm on your team right now because you're still in your house. So, welcome, John. Welcome to the show tonight, guys, and I'm hoping everybody else will listen to it. So the other thing I want to talk about, and so I'm just, someone told me one day, oh, well, you're charging people for stuff, whatever, and you're just like them. No, that's bullshit, okay, because the stuff that I'm charging you for is getting shit done. Okay, all they're charging you for is for your ass to listen to them and allow them to tell you a bunch of shit that don't make no sense. So, and the shit that I'm saying makes sense, or at least in my head, But here's the thing. Okay, you can't have nice stuff here if you're working, nonprofit? Oh, yeah. No, dude, I would never sign any of their government papers to be a corporation, any of that crap, because they won't let you go into court without an attorney, one of their attorneys, the judge's friend. Yep, they won't let you go into court. Joe, we don't do none of that. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you guys, I hear people, I don't know if I want to file that because the judge has been dismissing all of my stuff and everything, whatever. Well, you know what? With that attitude, I see why. Judge probably going to tell you that you're a vexatious litigant and stop filing stuff. Okay, but here's the thing. In the non-conventional program, I want the judge. Ask Tammy. Tammy will tell you. She filed her lawsuit against the judge and the attorney for stealing because the judge gave the attorney the rest of her awarded money, and then the magistrate judge ordered Tammy to a show cause hearing and pretty much answered for the judge and the other, yeah. But the magistrate judge didn't have the consent form filled out that gave jurisdiction for that person to be involved. And so now, and so when she got involved and tried to dismiss, so now Tammy has a lawsuit for $100 million against the magistrate judge because the magistrate judge did not follow their administrative court procedures. Bam! That's it. Oh, wait. Of course, there's conspiracy, and the magistrate judge violated criminal laws. Judge Annie T. Kristoff over in Memphis, Tennessee, she violated criminal laws when she did these things. She violated the Tuckers Act. She violated the Civil Rights Act of 1871. She violated the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946, which is a federal law that forces these corporations to have their policies and procedures in line with the Constitution. And they don't. But it's on the administrative side. They hide the criminal shit behind these stupid ass acts. So what we learn how to do is bring those acts in the title of your lawsuit in front of the 42 USC. Oh, now you're bringing criminal liability to the table. And the Tucker's Act makes it a federal law for them to violate your due process. Mm-hmm. And the Civil Rights Act of 1871 makes it a crime for them to arrest you unlawfully. Now I'm going to share this with you because, I got people been telling me all week I don't know my shit. So, the Civil Rights Act of 1871 is a federal law. And from that came the 42 U.S.C. 1983 Civil Rights action against government players or whatever. So what's the difference? The difference is 42 U.S.C. 1983 is not criminal. Oh, yeah. There it is right there. It's not criminal. Oh, that's a little, mm-hmm. So we bring them both. Because we want to bring the criminal one and we want to bring the other one too. The one that people that everybody knows about. The one they taught you about. They ain't going to teach you about the other one. Yeah, that's all you do. You just add that. And this is the thing. Yeah, I charge, but I still tell you to fire. And if you got time and you got the skills to get the fire where you need to have it, then, if you don't, then go get the stuff because you already know that the fire is the fire. Yeah. Get your stuff dismissed? Oh, I like that because we're getting right to the program now. Once it gets dismissed, then you can just file that demand to strike. The judge is ordered to dismiss it because the judge is not registered with FAR. Oh, that's another federal law, the Foreign Agent Registration Act. It mandates that these fools are supposed to be registered on all of this stuff. And it's a federal law. It was enacted, and it still is. I don't have no attorneys telling me that. that I know what I'm talking about on that. Not a single one. And that's also a federal law. So we add that in the premium packages. Okay, see, I'm just telling you. Hey, I ain't charging you for this fire that I'm telling you. But you can go get it on my website if you want to. Now, I had one question that came from someone, and I kind of on my YouTube channel, and I kind of gave him a hard time, but it's been in my head, and that was, when are you the plaintiff? Because paperwork comes with this or that, and you have to change the red font. So, you're the plaintiff when you pay to file shit. Okay, that's when you're the plaintiff. You're the defendant if they drag your happy ass into their court and you're having to kick their butt from being dragged into their court. That's when you're defended. So if you're dragged into their court already, the way we do things, the first few documents you're going to file, the first punching document or whatever, you're going to be the defendant because you're crushing their state court process. That's what we do. We don't file nothing in state court waiting for somebody to do something or answer, and I'd be able to do that because they didn't read the damn, watch the updated instructional videos. Well, actually, we never did that. So when you go sit down and wait, they know that your head's in their administrative, and then they chop it off. So that's how that works. You're the plaintiff when you file. Yeah, and the paperwork's going to come to you either way because, sometimes OneDrive connects stuff and sometimes the last thing that I copied from something, put that or whatever was they were the plaintiffs, But that's up to you to figure that out. So I'm just throwing that out there to kind of help you. Now, when the judge dismisses your stuff, you just want to file your lawsuit against the judge. I mean, that's That you know. The judge is not going to provide a fact of findings or conclusions of law. And you have shit for an appeal. So the fact that that's what they do when you're in administrative court. So they do whatever they want. And it doesn't have anything to do with the Constitution or federal law. So the judge is not going to provide a fact of findings or conclusions of law. And that opens up the door for you to handle that business of why they're able to do that to you and not what they did over there. That's how you do that. Make it a whole lot simpler for yourself. Okay, so Tammy got a little action in her case, and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but we'll get around to that, make a little video on that. And this fancy Attorney General came in to help Annie T. Kristoff, judge, the federal judge, that's the magistrate judge who took jurisdiction without legal authority or anything that she needed. And so, so here's the thing with that. And I'm just going, and y'all gonna be saying, man, this, So I tell, so number one, I would do the same thing I've been doing to him. I mean, what you did to the last one to crush that judge, and then the new judge, the magistrate judge, you crushed her because she wouldn't be getting help. But I was thinking, man, we're working too hard. So I'm thinking, if the Attorney General came in, so the Attorney General is who they say in their corporate rules that you're supposed to serve when you sue them. So I started thinking in my head, anything that they say you're supposed to do is shit. So I'm just thinking. And so then I got to thinking about that. Serve the Attorney General. What would be the difference if it was the Attorney General or the President? Okay, well, the President wouldn't. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. The President's a bar member too. Okay, it wouldn't be any difference. No. You're absolutely right, Coach. There wouldn't be any difference. So the damn judge they brought in from the graveyard, or the Attorney General they brought in from over there, or wherever the hell they brought them from, there's no difference. They're all bar members. So they would have conflict of bam, a conflict of interest. And in that conflict of interest, I would add all of the things that's in the sanction document, the demand for sanctions, or the demand to strike. I would add all those things. He had a conflict of interest because he ain't registered as a foreign agent. And he ain't, they don't have a license either on the Swear versus Board of Examiners. They don't have no license to practice law. Oh, yeah, it's about to get real hot over here. So, to be honest with you, this is the same thing I did years ago when I first, when they first let me go home because they got tired of my ass helping people get out. And so, they have conflict of interest. So we need to put that right on the table along with the other beatdown and add the rest of that stuff. I mean, in the non-conventional program, the power that you put in your documents is only limited by your imagination. I mean, think about it. That temporary restraining order that I have in most of the packages to block the state court from receiving federal funding, as per the separation clause in the Constitution, that's badass. That's bad. But, I have people just go file that in the other people's case. No, that's not how you do that. And if you don't watch the updated instructional videos and the original instructional videos to see where we came from and where we're at and where we need to be, then you're going to be struggling. Hey, Milton, welcome to the show. And Milton was the one, and I'm just going to throw it out there, that contacted me last week with his game plan. Contacted me with his game plan. Well, kind of what in his head he thought he needed to be focusing on, and it was pretty badass. And pretty much what he said was, "Yeah, I need to address the real estate." He was in foreclosure crap or probably whatever. I need to address the real estate defraud, and yeah. And I made that video. How y'all be the judge? Make the judge. The judge is there to uphold the statutes that they're supposed to be following, not your ass, because you ain't a government employee. So make the judge do it. You're supposed to be here to uphold these statutes or whatever, right? Well, yes. So they're violating whatever statute for property transfer in your state that you looked up before you went in there. And now you can just throw that shit on the table. Yeah, so they're violating statutes, code 97, whatever, because they didn't deliver my deed to my house as the statute mandates. And as a matter of fact, the fact that they registered that deed allowed the first illegal lien to be put on my house, Judge. And the first illegal lien was a mortgage lien because, okay, here, let me break it down for you. Think about it this way. If there were several people on property, okay, before that you can sign that, all the owners have to be present. So the fact that the alleged lender accepted the signature from your happy ass shows that you own the property already. Oh, wait. I'm not done. My legal team said that after that, when you guys got my stuff registered in your office, you made a fake copy of the and you sent it to me and my legal team said that was called counterfeiting because that copy was considered to be a security after they stamp paid to an order of bond and turned it into the check that they're saying was a loan for your mortgage. There never was a loan, and that was generated with your signature and yeah. Oh, they don't want to talk about that. So yeah, make the judge, throw it on the table. Make the judge, and tell them. My legal team said, Judge, that since you're on the record hearing the facts, that you're liable if you help them. Like you're going to do. I mean, like you did. Okay. You might want to figure out how much of that you want. Okay, if you're in a Zoom hearing, okay, you could talk shit in a Zoom hearing as long as you got your doors locked, okay? And plenty of food in the refrigerator. Remember, you gotta have a lot of food, so you can wait the ass out. So Milton, I'm just wondering how that went for you. Now, I'm going to, I want to do a screen share, and I want to show you guys the stuff I've got in the traffic package. If we can figure this out. They keep changing everything. Okay, so this is the traffic package now that I put together. And it's been beefed up, and it's on sale right now during the stream. It's on sale during the stream. I know y'all ass is thinking how much or whatever, but it's on sale, and that's all I can tell you. So I don't want to say how much because my partners might get grumpy. Now, remember, when I'm going to open these up and tell you what you're getting here. And remember, in this program, we ain't trying to run down there and follow a whole bunch of stuff. One thing at a time. And when you do a whole bunch of stuff, they see that you have fear. And so they can smell that shit when you go walk out to get in your car to head down there. So the affidavit of state citizenship document here is something that I put together for you guys just to fill out and stick in, have notarized and sign and stick in the case. So it's pretty, and you could keep a copy of it in your car until you get, this was structured so that you could use it until your passport came in the mail. Now, I'm looking here and I don't think I have, oh, here it is, the diplomatic immunity. I want to go ahead and show you that one second so that you'll understand. The diplomatic immunity document here, and you see it still has copper moonshine stuff on it right there, because I didn't put it through the checker, because some of this stuff is case law and weird because it's old. So I'm sending it to you the way it is. You can make changes to it if you choose. For me, unless it's really weird, I would just use it because that's the way it's put here. Now, this walks you through what you need to know to understand what you're doing when you are getting your passport to where it has all 5 stars like mine, which removes you from their. It verifies that you're not a U.S. citizen, which removes you from their corporate jurisdiction, basically. And one of the biggest differences is on my card, my name's in capital, large and small, whatever. And so you guys can check that out. If you get in the package, I just want to kind of let you see what it looks like there. This document here is our demand for sanctions that we have in a prosecutor eliminator package, and I upgraded the one in prosecutor eliminator package, and this one got moved down to this package to make it more fire. Now, if you have a criminal case going, or traffic case or something, and I have videos on how to use the demand for sanctions. This demand for sanctions is like a mini lawsuit that you file right inside of their shit against you without having to pay filing fees. Bam! It's so badass. It's so badass. And in this, you're challenging the court had no criminal jurisdiction, and have case law in here that supports the fact that that criminal laws or criminal statutes are not valid laws. They're not valid laws or whatever, and so I want to show you guys can go and get the package if you want. And like I said, my goal is to beat them down. Now I have the lawsuit in here. If you just want to go ahead and file it, and then beat them down, because some people like to do it that way. That's fine. Do whatever you want. I like to have more fun. I like to beat them down. By the time I get around to filing my lawsuit, I want them. Do you know who I am? Oh, okay. So, yeah, if y'all watch my old video, y'all see I used to say it all the time, just being silly. Well, there you go. I want them to know who I am. And that's why I do that. Now, I also have a demand to strike, but it's not in here, so I've been changing this whole thing around. I'll have to add that in. Now, this is a temporary standing order that I was talking about, and where you're shutting down their funding, the funding going to the entire state, using the spending clause, Article 1, Section 8 in the Constitution. It's pretty powerful. Now, you can use other stuff in this too, like demand a temporary standing order because of all the stuff in the demand to strike. or because of all the stuff that's in your lawsuit. You can file the same shit on their asses like a whole bunch of different ways, and they can't do a damn thing about it but read it and weep. Or, I don't know, they can call you up and tell you that they had enough. Now, I included this notice of recusal of the magistrate judge, but you can put any judge. You can take the magistrate out if you need to. That's the beauty of this. And you can get shut down after you file, Now, I wouldn't do this until I got done at least filing the demand for sanctions, and then I'd probably file a demand to strike. I'd want to have some fun before you get around to doing the recusal part of things. That's kind of how I have it set up in my head. And this is the main fire. So if you don't like punching them and you want to kick their ass after they're down, then here you go. This is a lawsuit that put together in the package, and this lawsuit has also been upgraded. Now, the stuff that we took out of the prosecutor eliminated package and put in this package, the new stuff we're going to put in the prosecutor eliminated package is, for the federal court. You can use it in the state court too. It's a lawsuit that my wife, girlfriend is putting together, and we got to do a few things. But we're hoping to get it filed next week. That lawsuit that she put together with her stuff in it, and I'm just going to leave her stuff in there and highlight it so that you can edit it or change it if you fit, because a lot of people went through. Remember, we're going after their asses for the process and procedures, the rules, the day-to-day crap that they do to line you up in their administrative court. Yep, federal court's administrative too, if you let them do that. And in federal court is way easier because the first thing you do is you take their sorry-ass attorney. We did the same thing. Yep. How y'all think I learned how to do this beat down? I got punched in the face a lot for 33 months. Well, actually, I got punched in the face before the 33 months started because they was really mad. Yeah, but they ain't punching us no more over her. And they ain't punching a lot of people in the program either. Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Now, I got one or two things to add to this package. By tomorrow, it'll be done, and Humera is going to upload the new package into the thing. So anybody that invests in it will get. Now, if you invest in it tonight and the package is not uploaded, the new package, and you can see the stuff I had on there, just send me an email, and then I'll send you the new package. Oh. It is. Diplomatic community. That's my girlfriend right there. That's the book that she wrote. It's badass. And it's a little skinny, but everybody says, I can't believe it did all that. Oh, dude, that ain't even. We need Netflix. Somebody contact Netflix. I'm busy with my foster kid over here and this messing with these people in a divorce court. So somebody contact Netflix and get the deal set up, and we'll cut you in. We'll cut you in. Yeah, the diplomatic community is pretty badass, and you don't have to drive around in fear because you know that especially if you learn it. And you can be nice as you can, but you have to be firm because they is used to stepping on everybody and everybody being scared of their asses. No, I ain't scared of y'all asses. Y'all need to. That's it. Just let me know if y'all need me to get out, and I'll get out. Cause but I think y'all gonna need to get y'all supervisor over here first, okay, before there's any getting out. And then when I get out, the door's locked and the window's gonna be rolled up, so they happy as they can't get in my car. Oh yeah. No, I watch Cops. I don't know that from. Okay. Sorry. Yep, there's Tammy in Tennessee. Yeah, Tammy, we got some shit going on in Tennessee in Shelby County. Man, they sold 400 houses, and Darren Woods used the property tax package. He invested in the online course when I first set it up back when we had to stay inside for while those people did a bunch of stuff, and so. Yeah, well, then it turns out there was like 400 homes got sold, and like 40 of them or whatever were actually delinquent, and the other ones were sold, and they were in a delinquent. Yeah. So they got some stuff going on in Tennessee, and they can't find the money. I don't know how they can't find the money. Well, I know where the money's at, okay, because in Shelby County they got a land bank, and this is what they said in the Channel 5 Action 5 news investigation. They got a land bank in Shelby County, Tennessee. And the liar dude that was working for the city said that they used the land bank to sell property to pay the taxes. Okay. So we already talked about how the taxes were shit and whatever. Okay, but he went on a little further, and he said they're trying to just pay the taxes and get someone to buy the property so they'll fix it up, whatever it won't be eyesore. Okay, and then he said that they don't evict anybody. The state is the one that's paying his ass. State's paying the judge's ass. State's paying the police ass to come out and throw your shit in the yard. I'm trying to figure out how they don't. So Channel 5 News said that they looked into some of the sales and they found some property that was worth $28,000, and they owed the property worth $28,000. They owed $5,000 in taxes, so they sold it to someone in another country for $500. Oh, that's when the dude said that they don't evict people. So he's coming alive with a lie. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I hope you. One last thing is I want to share because I got these haters. I've been through the system. I ain't never been convicted of nothing. Okay, I ain't never been convicted of crap. Okay, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here because when you say that, you need to also be able to say, I ain't took no deal or kissed nobody's ass. Okay? If you can't say that, then you need to shut the hell up on the first end, or you're going to be like, I don't know, you won't have no credibility in court like this attorney, divorce attorney, Joshua Matthews, 4 convictions, 20,000, 40,000, 3,000, took the deal. Mm-hmm. And now he's an attorney, and we're supposed to trust, not me. Oh, I'm giving it a beat down. Yeah. And Joshua, I know you're listening. You don't have to keep, your job. Your job is to protect the judge. And you can't do that because the judge is right there with you. And you guys are conspiring. And so y'all both are involved in the thing. But, it's up to you. We're going to have a power of attorney signed so I can take this stuff down and file it. So, because Rodney is busy, he's a working man, and he ain't got time to be playing the shit that you guys are doing over there in Lawrence, Kansas. So, but I do. I got a little time. You know what they say? You make the time for your kids. So there you go. Thank you guys for the value sharing your time. I got to go watch a movie with my girlfriend, and yeah, I'm really going to do that. And so sometimes there's questions about if I'm really going to do that. And if there's questions about whether or not I'm really going to do that, as a coach, I'm going to suggest that you probably should be doing that too. And no charge for that, all right?